there had to be ups and downs where you probably thought about quitting music, or like it affected you where you're like, I don't know if I can do this.
It's never stopped.
Really?
No.
Even like being on tour, having it hit on the radio, that doesn't stop?
Because that's not the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the problem. The problem is that's part of where my art comes from, and I've tried to push it away. And that's part of where a lot of artists come from.
Sure.
You know, there's an insecurity factor, whether they want to admit it or not.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's you gotta be in your own head a lot.
Yeah.
Just to write stuff, I think.
Yeah.
At least that's what it is for me. So, no, I've always like thought that this isn't gonna work out.
Was there a low point though before maybe the Drew Barrymore hit?
Oh God, there's been tons of low points. Yeah.
Like where you just sat there and like it was. I know you think about it all the time. You said, but like, was there a point where it was just like, shit, this isn't for me?
I guess I won't say it all the time. Yeah, there's been multiple times. You know, when I got into Berkeley, I saw the talent that I was surrounded by. I just came from a small town, and
yeah,
I got a scholarship to go to this amazing, prestigious, the Hogwarts of music schools, you know? And then you get there, and you realize everybody's a really, really talented person.
Yeah, it's like going from high school to college to pro sports and like seeing how good everyone is in the NFL.
It can be intimidating, especially if you already are prone to depression and anxiety and all those things, which I've always been. I remember calling my mom maybe like 2 weeks into Berkeley, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I deserve to be here. And she was like, well, they do. They think you deserve to be here.
Good mom.
Yeah, she's a great mom. But it's always things like that. 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward, maybe 1 step back.
Yeah.
You know, I got onto a show called The Glee Project when I was just starting. I left school.
Yeah.
Whoa, this validation of being picked.
Right.
I'm picked. I'm one of the 12.
It's big.
First one kicked off.
But that's another one of those moments where you go into the ups and downs.
You know, and in retrospect, that's easy to say.
Yeah.
You know, but you feel like a effing loser when that happens, you know?
Because you have nothing else. That's the you might have other things, but like that's the point that the goal you're trying to achieve right there, and then it's gone. It's like, what the fuck do I do next?
Exactly. Yeah. 100%. So, and it's consistent through that. I mean, even like, let's go up to after 8 years and 9 years of me driving Lyft and working odd jobs and playing my music in cars for people and stuff. Drew Barrymore happens. I've met every label under the sun. Nobody cared to sign me, and you still keep going, right?
That's insane.
You have to enjoy it at least a little bit. It
right.
drives you crazy. But then, you know, COVID happens.
Right.
After all that time, finally, and then you finally get there. You get to that point, and then everything stops. And for me, I had just seen success for the first time in my career.
Yeah.
Right before that, you know, 2020 was supposed to be the biggest year. There was nothing to stop me except for, say, like maybe the world ending.
Right,
suddenly,
which kind of did. Yeah.
And then you go back and you dust off your knees and push forth again. But there's things that can help. Yeah. There's things that can definitely help. And I would like to tell people what's worked for me, because I think my music has helped a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. What has worked for you when you've been able to get out of those lows and get back and just, it's a daily thing. Like for me, it's a mix of medication, just knowing like what triggers me or what puts me down. Like I quit drinking about 2 months ago.
Good for you.
And it's been like, I don't know if I'll ever go back. Like, which is weird because I'm a big partier, but like I don't put that expectation on. I don't say like I'm never going to.
No, you shouldn't either.
Because you can't. But what are some of the things that you've done that have helped you?
That's one of them.
Really?
That's one of them. You know, just taking a break from anything that alters your mind, you know, where you use something else to have control over the situation or to lose control even. Like, not be so in your head. When you can achieve that naturally, it always feels better. You feel more confident in a room, you know? But some of the things that help, I do yoga. I started doing it during the pandemic.
Yeah. You were there before this interview.
Well, the place was closed. We're in Cincinnati.
We tried. Okay, so
I'm like, Jesus.
We'll blame my city for that.
I ran instead.
Okay.
I don't love to run, but I ran like 2 miles just to like sweat it out.
Yeah,
you know?
there you go.
You got to sweat it out.
Yeah, it does help. I do Orange Theory. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah.
It's fun. Just up
you
tempo.
Need that.
And like having music. I'm a big music guy. Obviously, you are too. So
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes having that, like when you work out, helps a lot too.
Yeah, you need that. I think that's one of those ones that's like a lot of people just they don't realize they just need to sweat it out.
Yeah.
You feel better instantly.
Right.
No matter what you're going through. Another one of those things. You don't know if it's a mental health issue or if you just or that if that's gonna help. You just don't know what's gonna help you until you do. For me, anything that gets my brain to not focus on me and my own issues is a plus. So taking my phone away, going to yoga, reading helps a lot.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a big reader, but I've heard you are big into it.
Yeah, and I go back and forth. There's months will go by where I just don't have any interest. But if you find like you don't have to force your way through a book if you don't want to. You can find something that's intriguing to you. Right now I'm reading No Reservations by Anthony Bourdain. It's just interesting. He's an interesting guy. He was. But if it gets boring, you put it down. Like it's not like school where you just had to finish it so that you do the
you got to pass.
You don't have to do all that. And it's fun to read stories and take in information somewhere that's not here, right in your face, and with a bright
the TikTok
screen.
algorithm is incredible. It's like it's dangerous.
The TikTok algorithm.
Yeah, they know exactly what you want to see, and I get lost on there for hours.
Not just TikTok. I mean, that's what their job is.
Yeah,
they're doing a great job at what their job is.
Right.
Their job is to entertain us with what we like to see and what we're curious about.
But that's you talking about getting stuck on the phone. Like,
oh man,
I lay down at night.
It's an addiction.
I'll get there and I'll be like, shit, it's been 45 minutes. I'm scrolling through TikTok still. Like, what the hell?
We're living so much less of our life.
Yeah.
When we do those things, and I'm guilty of it the same. So yeah, working out, reading. There's a breathing exercise. A guy called Wim Hof.
Okay.
A lot of people know about it. The Wim Hof breathing technique. I'd say that would be a great start for anybody that doesn't know where to start because it's easy. You want to start with something easy.
Yeah.
You just breathe in and out, super deep, 40 times, and then you hold your breath on the exhale, and you wouldn't believe how much better you feel.
It sounds so simple and, like, to some, I'm sure, crazy to hear, like, that does so much, but, like, it is little things, little routines that can help you the best sometimes.
A lot of the issues that trigger mental illnesses, or not, I don't even want to say that. A lot of the issues that I have, they're lessened just by bringing more oxygen to the brain.
Yeah.
And I think it could be that way for a lot of people. We're always like this. We're always cutting off, looking at our phone, looking down.
Yeah.
Always cutting off oxygen in our neck to our brain all the time. We do it, and you don't know why you're getting depressed. That's a huge possibility that you're not getting enough oxygen to the brain. Breathing deep brings oxygen to the brain. Running, working out, yoga, the whole point is breathing. I mean, and these things really help a lot of people. And it's all stems from just getting oxygen to the brain.